With hundreds of melee weapons to choose from, Warframe can feel a little overwhelming at times. The below list will point you towards some very strong options in the game right now, but you should always remember to experiment with weapons, builds, and tactics. Warframe's inventive community is always finding a new combination of weapons and mods to turn your Tenno into a murder machine, and there is always something new to discover. If you're a relative newbie at playing Warframe, you might find the number of weapon options daunting. There are so many to choose from. Today we're going into something very interesting, and that is melee. So, today we're going to be looking at top 5 melee. This is my personal list, that took me approximately 6,000 hours of playtime. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. 1. Venka Prime. This is an endgame viable, high crit melee weapon option. It combines an impressive amount of critical multiplayer, critical chance and slash damage. Add the blind justice stance to make it a real monster. Add range mods to handle multiple enemies at once. Equip it with the Berserker mod for a high attack speed, blood rush so the critical hits continue, and whichever damage mod you prefer, along with a condition overload to top it. Add Cyan X or Zac-T for additional status damage on enemies before engaging with them. This secondary weapon is recommended along with all condition and overload builds. Blind Justice adds upward sweeps and amazing mobility options to deal with whatever opponent you face. Tranquil Cleave is simple to use and deals a lot of damage. Although the Dragon Venka is also nice, without a powerful Riven the Venka Prime is even better. 2. Venka Prime. This heavy blade came out with Chroma Prime access and it has a 32% status chance and base crit. Actually, it's one of Warframe's best weapons. It has a great critical chance and status, allowing it to be built however you want. Equip it with a good build and you can use it to easily take down any enemy you want. It is a heavy blade and features high slash damage. Try the Tempo Royale and Cleaving Whirlwind stance mods. Take it to the limit by modding for base damage, critical chance, range, and attack speed. The Melee 3.0 update saw heavy blades reduce their overall damage and gain extra base damage. However, it lost its combo and blood rush scaling it had previously. 3. Zaws are the problem child of Warframe melee weapons, giving so many options, potential strong builds, and general advantages over other weapons that it is almost impossible to talk about them individually. Build different Zaws and experimenting with them is one of the most worthwhile things you can do in the game if you are looking for a strong melee weapon. The huge variety of potential builds means you can build a Zaw for every occasion, and get some amazing damage numbers from them. One particular highlight of Zaws is the Sephon, which is a must-have weapon in Warframe since its inception. 4. Venka Prime. Another top-tier melee is called Venka Prime. This weapon has impressively high base damage and slash damage. Very high critical and status chance, also with high attack speed. Only disadvantage of this melee is low impact and puncture damage. Venka Prime. This gives you impressive attack, critical multiplier, slash damage and critical chance stats. Claws aren't renowned for their range, so they aren't a popular option. However, it gives the highest base damage out of all claw weapons. If you want a claw weapon, this is by far the best choice. Lean into a critical build and get as much range as possible to make this a fearsome killing machine. It's great as a bleed build and can be modded for additional base damage, slash damage and status chance. Also add mods to increase critical damage and critical change for slash proc improvement. You must have primed reach if you want Venka Prime to work at full power. It can be built as a melee combo to reach a 13x instead of 12x cap. Mods relying on combo like the Blood Rush cap out at 12x though. Consider the 24% base status, 2.6x damage multiplier and 32% critical chance, and you might want to add some forma to this machine for an impressive result.